It was on the grapevine that the area manager was in town, so I bought biscuits and a large ham from the cash and carry. I put the biscuits on a plate and covered them with cling film. I put the ham in a bucket on the patio. All morning, my phone was vibrating. The area manager was approaching Junction 21. The area manager was at the wildfowl sanctuary, eating a chicken sandwich. The area manager was in Card Factory in the Mall, just browsing. I was relaxed. The ledger was up to date, the stock rotated and the traps clean. I spent the morning rationalising stationery, while a spider in the alcove slowly bound a fly in silk. Men I knew only by their nicknames came and went. Meerkat, the philosopher, Horn Section. Each had a story, I supposed. They scanned documents and made microwave meals. When they became loud, I put on my headphones. In the afternoon, I lit a quick flame fire log which is natural and odourless and burns for up to 2 hours, and added animations to my presentation. I checked the ham and noted that a thin layer of white fat lay on top of the water which I skimmed with a spoon. This would form the basis for a nourishing stock or a fat ball to sustain garden birds in the difficult winter months. It was getting dark. I began to consider the possibility that the area manager would not show. Perhaps another site had proved troublesome and detained them. I put a cannelloni in the microwave and turned on the radio. The fading light and the crackling log must have lulled me to sleep. I woke to find the area manager standing over me. "I gather," said the area manager without preliminary, "that you are something of a wordsmith." I said it was true that outside office hours my passion was literature. I noted, the area manager said, "your piece in the newsletter concerning an antique parish pump." I peeled the cling film from the biscuits. One had somehow been removed, disrupting the symmetry. I said that the pump was a significant artefact, a cautionary reminder of deadly waterborne diseases. "You must," said the area manager, "be very proud." I said I had made copies for family members and colleagues. "You are aware," said the area manager, "that reprographics is monitored." I said nothing. The area manager took a thick folder from their briefcase which held what transpired to be a manuscript of poems. "Perhaps," said the area manager, "you would read these and offer your honest opinion. I will take the air to give you the opportunity to look them over." The area manager went out onto the patio. I turned to the poems. They were centre-aligned and in different fonts. The first appeared initially to be about mermaids, but ultimately revealed itself to be about climate change. Another saw the author drawn back in time by the sound of a harp. In another, the author ecstatically glimpsed an owl. They were awful. As I reached the conclusion, the area manager, who had been smoking on the patio, appeared in the doorway. I said I hoped I could be frank. I said that this was the most significant work I had encountered for some time. I particularly admired, I said, the repurposing of old forms and the broad array of subject matter that deftly interlaced personal and public. The area manager shook my hand. I asked if they would care to share my cannelloni. The area manager said they had eaten, but would take a biscuit for the road. The area manager said they had other manuscripts, including a semi-autobiographical novel and a play in verse narrated by a ghost. They wondered if they might forward those for candid appraisal. I said I would be delighted. "This has been most fruitful," said the area manager, shaking my hand, "and will be remembered in your annual review." I watched the area manager's car pull away, its headlights making cones in the drizzle. I reheated the cannelloni, brought in the ham and drained it. I did not retain the water, as ash from the area manager's cigarette had blown into it. I put my presentation on a loop and projected it onto the empty wall between the filing cabinets. As I sliced the ham and opened a tin of pineapple, I reflected that this had been an atypical day and decided to write it down.